inside myself and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape these gates I've been looking for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground.
We are live in Montreal, Quebec, Canada for WWE 2K25 Universe Mode episode number 20. It is the fallout to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view that took place last night in Toronto. So let's see what's in store here in the home of the Montreal Canadiens on WCW Nitro.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds. Jon Moxley.
Alright guys, kicking off this episode of WCW Nitro, we have singles action with Jon Moxley in his first singles match since being absent since the 2K22 season. Who will he be taking on in this match? I know, whoever Jon Moxley will be facing should be scared of the purveyor of violence. Well, this man might not be scared. It's the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. AJ Styles is one of the best in Universe Mode, historically and currently. And he has Paul Heyman on his side.
And his opponents from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Alright guys, you can see the graphic. Jon Moxley versus AJ Styles happening here in the first match of this episode. So let's get down to the ring and start this singles match. Alright, here we go, and look at AJ Styles starting off strong on Moxley and now working on the arms of the newly returned superstar. Moxley made his return this past Sunday at Money in the Bank, which was yesterday, so good for him. He did not win. We know the current Mr. Money in the Bank winner and this season is none other than Jimmy Uso. The surprise of the century happened there, so we'll see what happens. We will hear from him later tonight. But right now, this match is going to Moxley, and look at that chop in the corner. Nice counter there from AJ Styles, and AJ going for an Irish whip to Mox. Counter from Mox. Kick to the midsection now. Back to the chain wrestling. These two men know each other very well, it seems. They keep going at it, and Mox has the hand of AJ Styles trying to wear it down. You guys can see it, but AJ Styles now inflicting the pain on Jon. Getting closer, you guys can see this. And now AJ, oh God, trying to snap it off. Styles now. What's he thinking next? Are we going to see Moxley with the counter here? Nope. This is the veteran ring presence of Styles. He might be going on 50 years old, but his ring experience definitely shows you what he can do, and he can still move like he's 20. And look at this side headlock there from the phenomenal one. Moxley gets out of it though, maybe, yep, and now he's inflicting pain on Styles right on the top of the arm there. And look at the face of AJ, not good. And now the pain going into Moxley once again. Trying to break maybe the wrist in the backhand. You guys can see AJ's going from the back. I don't know if that's the intended there, but look at Mox with a great counter there. And now inflicting pain on AJ's arm. All right, AJ finally gets out of it, and we're out of the chain wrestling battle. And look at this. This is vintage AJ Styles here with this combo. Boom. AJ now taking down Moxley. Oh my God, knee to the leg and then right into the mat. Styles going to the top rope now. Look at this, frog splash from the phenomenal one. 1, 2, kick out at 2. AJ now getting him up. And now maybe looking for his suplex, and he hits it. Perfectly executed. Now a running double axe handle to the face. Styles gets back up. Or Styles gets Moxley back up, excuse me. It was looking for the calf crusher, but the rope broke it up. And now AJ looking for the Styles Clash. Can he hit it? Paul Heyman watching on, cheering him on. And now the Styles Clash. Is Moxley going to lose his return match? 1, 2, 3. He does. AJ Styles is your winner.
Here is your winner, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Great win for AJ Styles. But let's get down to our next match here on this episode. Look who it is, Ace Army. It's Mr. Money in the Bank, Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso marked history when he became the 4th ever Mr. Money in the Bank in My Universe mode history. The names that he joined were none other than Big E, Roman Reigns, and LA Knight. But let's see what Jimmy has to say here on this episode of Nitro. Last night in Toronto, I became the 4th ever Mr. Money in the Bank with a huge upset by defeating Moxley, Paul, and those other guys on Fridays. They gave it their all, but they just weren't good enough to beat me. Now this briefcase is mine, and I'm ready to cash in on whoever when the time is right. So I don't care what division you're in, what brand you're on, because just keep your eyes peeled, because I'm here to make the fans proud. So who's ready for Jimmy Uso to eventually hold World Gold here in Universe mode? All right, guys, our second match is upon us, and look who it is. It's Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. And they are known as We Don't Miss.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Trick Williams from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes.
Well, it looks like Carmelo Hayes is in singles action for the first time this season, and Trick Williams is at his side. And look at the graphic. That is right. Carmelo Hayes is taking on the former hardcore champion and Karrion Kross here on episode number 20. And there is Scarlett, and there is Killer Karrion Kross. I forgot to say that earlier because this man is a man possessed. Ever since he lost the hardcore title, he's been mad, he's been angry, and he wants that title once again. But speaking of the hardcore championship, we will hear from the hardcore champion Shinsuke Nakamura following this match on the future of that title. So we'll have to see how that goes when we are backstage. But right now we are going to live in the moment. Who will win? Will it be Scarlett's husband, Karrion Kross, or will it be Carmelo Hayes? All right, here we go. The match has started. The bell has been rung, and it looks like Carmelo Hayes is starting off this match on the offense. And now with some kicks to the face. And now working on the arms on a grounded cross. Now a knee. Damn. Carmelo looking for a springboard, and he misses the mark somehow. Well, Karrion Kross now finally with a counter, trying to get the offense or get on the offense himself. And now look at the strength of Kross, planning down the man that calls himself him. Cover, kick out at 1. Karrion now looking to slam. Bam. Oh, wait, he's not done. Look at Kross again. Damn. He is a man possessed right now. Kick to the face from Carmelo. Carmelo with a big springboard there. 1. Kick out at 1. And now with some punches to the face of Kross, trying to wear him down. Those are big punches. I saw them. And now second rope, and wise and great move from Karrion Kross to roll underneath the rope and not take that blow. Now look at these two men trying to get the best of one another, and it looks like Carmelo Hayes won that battle, but who's going to win this one? And now it's Kross. They're tied 1 apiece, and a lariat there from the former hardcore champion. This crowd here in Montreal loving it. The home of the Montreal Canadiens, formerly the Montreal Expos. And now look at Carmelo with a big reversal there with some punches there. Now a running rollover DDT. We were in Toronto last night for Money in the Bank, and that was a great show. If you missed it, make sure to check it out. It will be on the end card of this video, so make sure you see it. And now look at Kross with a great counter. Irish whip. And now Kross with a nice move there. I've never seen that before. Karrion going to the outside. Going back in the ring. And now going back to the outside once again. Going back inside again. What is he doing? He's going back to the apron? I don't know. Collar elbow tie up. Nice move there from Hayes into a cover. One. Kick out at one from Karrion Kross. And now he hits that springboard. We saw him miss that same move earlier on in this episode. And look at Carmelo running after Kross. And a nice corner move there. And killer Karrion Kross is in trouble. These two men know each other very well. They fought numerous times back in 2K24 with Karrion Kross pretty much getting all of the wins. But we'll see who gets the win here in the 2K25 one. Or match. And now look at the quickness of Hayes going for a cover on Kross. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Man, I bet Karrion Kross would be pissed if he loses this match, because he will be losing to a tag team wrestler, not even a wrestler in his division. And what a move that was. Carmelo now, collar elbow tie up. Taking Kross to the corner. Face first into the turnbuckle pad. And now with a power slam. Look at the strength of Hayes. And Hayes now going to the top rope. Carmelo Hayes telling Karrion Kross to get up. And now look at, oh, what a counter. Kross with the power bomb. And now a lariat into the corner. And this match has drastically shifted. Oh. Look at Trick Williams getting involved. Trick getting involved. Distracting Karrion Kross. And that might be the distraction Carmelo Hayes needs. This crowd here in Montreal cheering on one half of We Don't Miss. And Carmelo and Melo don't miss. You guys can see it. It's on his tights and it's in his tag team's name. Man, I don't know who's going to get this. It's going to be close. Whoever gets the win, I know it's going to be a split second. DDT there from Kross with the reversal. Great reversal there. And now dragging him to the center of the ring. But I guess Carmelo's too quick to get up. Great counter there. And what's this? Look at this. Oh, that might be the finish that Carmelo Hayes needs. Will that be it? 1, 2, 3. Carmelo Hayes wins.
Here is your winner, Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes defeats the former WCW Hardcore Champion in episode number 20. But let's see what our next segment is here on this episode. You're looking at the King of Strong Style, the King of Hardcore, and the King of the Mid-Carders. Because I've been looking at the competition here on WCW Nitro. All of you mid-carders suck. So, here's the thing. While you're busy chasing shadows, I'm sitting on the Hardcore Championship, the title that actually means something here on Monday nights. So keep running your mouths, keep making noise, because when it comes to proving who's real, you all fall short. This belt, it's mine. Ain't nobody in that mid-card gonna take it. So, whoever's bold enough, cut a promo next week, challenge me, because I might take your shot if you are good enough.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Trish Stratus.
All right, Trish Stratus is here in episode 20, and she is in her home country of Canada, not Toronto in her home city, but she is now in Montreal. So let's see who Trish Stratus' opponent will be here in her home country of Canada. Well, it happens to be an ally of hers. Piper Niven is here.
And her opponent from Ayrshire, Scotland, Piper Niven.
Piper Niven was featured in the Money in the Bank ladder match last night at Money in the Bank. Could not get the win because that win ultimately went to Dakota Kai. So I guess a WCW Nitro women's wrestler has captured the briefcase. But let's see who's going to win this match between two friends in Piper Niven and Trish Stratus. All right, the bell has been rung. Who will get the win here between Trish Stratus and Piper Niven in this third match of episode 20? And now Trish Stratus with the side headlock. And now it's locked in and applied tight. You can see Piper Niven trying to get out of it, and she does. She's inflicting pain on Trish now. Great move from Niven to reverse. And now down to one knee goes Stratus. Trish in trouble. Oh, yeah, I was right. Damn. And like I said, both of these women are allies. This is just to test who is the better in-ring superstar. They have aided each other before. We saw during the Money in the Bank qualifying match between Morgan and Piper Niven a couple weeks ago that match was all Liv Morgan. That match was all Liv Morgan until Trish Stratus's music played. She ran down to the ring and Piper Niven got a roll-up victory over Morgan to qualify for that match. And I know Liv Morgan is pissed. Where is she? Who knows? She's probably watching this match in the back, laughing that these two are going at it. And look at Stratus winning this chain wrestling battle as we speak. And now look, this is what Piper Niven used to put away Liv Morgan, but Piper Niven knows best. She gets out of that in a nice roll there and a sit-out face buster. And Stratus using their ropes and getting onto the apron to help her get up. And a big shot there from Piper, and now there's another one. And now, nice counter there from the Hall of Famer. And now Stratus enters the fray once again. A chop, and look at this combo there from Stratus. And now, oh my God, Piper Niven in pain. I could see it on her face. Trish now, kick to the back of the spine. And now Stratus off the ropes. Nice maneuver there. Stomp on the leg. And now Trish going to the top rope. Look at this. Diving elbow drop. Stomp from Stratus. Now kick to the back. And now Trish telling Piper Niven to get up. What are we going to see here? Stratus. Never mind. I thought we were going to see something else. Going underneath. Oh, missed time there, but she's still landing strikes and knocks down Niven with a final blow. Kick to the back once again. And Trish, look at this. This might be the end. Oh my God, a nice bulldog there off the ropes. Cover from the Hall of Famer. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Piper Niven. Piper Niven saying, no, you are not going to win that easily. But the end might be here now. Stratus with the big kick to the side of the face. Will that be it? 1, 2, 3. Great one for Trish Stratus here over Piper Niven. Oh my God, there's Liv Morgan. We were just talking about her. And Liv Morgan going to town on both of these women here in episode number 20. The referee telling Liv Morgan to get out of here. Well, look at Morgan with 2 cheap shots to Stratus and her best friend in Piper Niven. Listen to me, Jade, Charlotte, I don't care who walks out of the main event as the WCW Women's Championship, because I can guarantee one thing. Whenever the pay-per-view comes around at the end of the month, I'm going to be facing whoever it is. So good luck to you, Jade. Good luck to you, Charlotte, because Stephanie Vaquer is here and ready to become champion once and for all. I know Money in the Bank didn't go my way, but that's no excuse because I'm only just getting started here on WCW Nitro. So be ready because I'm taking whoever's belt that is and putting it around my waist because I deserve the title more than anyone else.
Championship.
You guys heard Mike Roman. You can see the graphic. It is for the WCW Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair demanded that she would face the winner at the following episode, following Money in the Bank. Sorry if that sounded confusing. But Jade Cargill did defeat Stephanie Vaquer to retain her title. So that is why Jade Cargill will be defending and not Stephanie, in case you were wondering. But will Charlotte become the second ever WCW Women's Champion this season? We'll have to see if she can knock off the powerhouse in Jade Cargill, because Jade Cargill is tough. And guys, excuse me, I said earlier that we would hear from Stephanie Vaquer following the Karrion Kross match. That was a lie. We did hear from Shinsuke Nakamura, and we just heard from Stephanie Vaquer. So I messed up the order. So excuse that. But let's see Jade Cargill. And there is the WCW Women's Champion, the Storm herself, Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill representing the same look she wore last night at Money in the Bank in Toronto. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's looking incredible once again. But who's going to win this? Will it be Jade Cargill, or will it be Charlotte Flair becoming our new WCW Women's Champion here on this episode of Nitro? So don't go anywhere, because this match is going to be good.
Introducing the challenger from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair is ready to possibly grab that title and become champ.
And her opponent from Orlando, Florida, the WCW Women's World Champion, Jade Cargill.
And Jade Cargill is ready to retain that title. All right, who is walking out of Montreal as women's champion? Will it be the champion Jade Cargill, or will it be that woman Charlotte Flair? Let's go down in the ring and find out. Well, we are already in the ring, so let's go. Well, that combo was starting to be all Jade Cargill, but then Charlotte Flair had a counter there and got it in her way. But look at the Queen inflicting pain on the arm of Jade Cargill early on in this match. And now Jade Cargill flips it around, inflicting the pain on Flair. You guys can see the face of Charlotte not liking that, but now she flips it around again, and now inflicting pain on the jacked Cargill. Cargill is 1-0 in title defenses this season, so we'll see if she can be 2-0. And I guarantee you that Stephanie Vaquer is watching this match closely, because I know she wants another shot at that title regardless who is champion. You guys heard the promo that happened earlier on in the episode. So, oh, look at this. Jade Cargill working Charlotte Flair right now, showing who's boss. And now Charlotte screaming in pain. We really don't see the Queen do this much, but when you're in the ring with Cargill, I'm not surprised. Jade now with some kicks to the face of the Queen, showing why she's the champ. And now a knee to the face. Damn. Jade to the second rope. Great veteran move there from Charlotte Flair, going underneath the ropes to get out of harm's way. And now look at Cargill with a lariat counter from Flair. And now Charlotte slamming the back of the head into the mat. Nice move there from Cargill, getting her leg up. And now look at Cargill looking possibly for a springboard. Jade, springboard crossbody into a cover. One. Kick out at one from the challenger. Props to Cargill for putting her title on the line 2 times in the past 24 hours. Good for her. But now look at Jade Cargill. This is how she beats Stephanie Vaquer, using the ropes. But Charlotte is not going to take that lightly. She kicks out at 0. Charlotte dropped on her neck on that top rope. And now with the counter, Charlotte Flair seems to be on the offense right now. Look at that close, or clothesline. What was I going to say? Look at that Irish whip from Flair. Excuse me for the mess up there, and a nice takedown there from the Queen. The champion using the corner to get up, but Charlotte Flair is stalking her down. And look at this corkscrew into a leg submission. Or not a leg submission. She was just inflicting pain, I guess. And now slamming the back of the neck into the mat once again in the back of the head. All of it, the neck, the head, all of that hurts, guys. It's all hurting the same part of the body, and a sit-out powerbomb there from the Queen. Will Charlotte Flair become WCW Women's Champion? Jade Cargill in trouble. Look at Flair. Look at her locking in this submission, but Jade gets out of it. Look at these punches, 3 punches, hat trick for these Canadians fans. We are in Montreal for a reason. That is why she did 3. Great hockey town. Irish whip into the official. And now Cargill going up and down. And Charlotte Flair manhandling, I guess woman handling, the champion. And now look at Flair to the top. Taken down. 2. Kick out at 2. The Queen with some great offense right now. This is what she needs to do to become champion. And look at Flair setting up something here. Charlotte Flair with the cartwheel lariat into a cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Another near fall. Charlotte thinking, what does she have to do to put the champion away and become the one and only WCW Women's Champion? And now Flair looking for the figure 4. And if she can extend here, this will be huge. And she is. The figure 8 has been locked in. And I guess she gives up on the hold. She had it locked for a second, but she wants to inflict more pain. I'm telling you, if she locked that in more, then she would have all the pain in the world going her way. Like going in her momentum. But a cover here. Will we have a new champ? 2. Kick out at 2. Nice stomp there from Charlotte Flair. Now some knees to the spine. Charlotte going to the top rope once again. Flair telling Jade Cargill to get her ass up. Charlotte diving cross body. And what is next? A cover is next. Will that be it? 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from the champion. The champion has to do something here. Has to land a big move. But look at Cargill going to the outside, trying to get some air by our announcer's desk. And Charlotte Flair is just breaking the count over and over again, so she has much time as she needs. Man, this match has been all Charlotte so far, towards the last 2 minutes or so. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte Flair just captured the title. Chop to the chest. Those are some signature Flair chops, and now a slap to the face. Imagine that's how Charlotte wins. Imagine that. 2, 3. Oh my God, a slap to the face ends it.
Here's your winner, and new WCW Women's World Champion, Charlotte Flair.
Well, Charlotte Flair is your new WCW Women's Champion here at the end of episode 20